right before I started this video. It's a gentleman. I like him. I don't remember his name. But he's like, Collective, you're changing the world. You have powerful words. Yeah, I feel that. They carry heavy weight. Words come with weight, especially when you're saying ones that fluffer people. Fluffer people that think they're really big. Fluffer people that think there's somebody to write home about. It's a hard, you know? So by the grace of God, I see where God kind of like, with me making my little videos in my little room, and that be that, you know? Because I am in such a place where it's like, for example, if I found myself in some of these rooms with some of these really powerful people, truthfully, depending on how the room was felt, depending on how that conversation went, depending on things and how I picked up on, or what I picked up on, because I would be able to see it and feel it and read it, I just most likely would remove myself completely. I'd walk in a room and walk completely out. It just gets to a point when you're in your walk, no matter who people are, no matter the caliber of a person they are, no matter what kind of power they have, if you are able to see that they're not at a place of compromise, they're not at a place of truth, they're not at a place of understanding and willing to have a true conversation, an authentic conversation on just the reality of circumstances, it's a wasted conversation. It's a wasted time. It's a wasted energy. It just truly is, no matter who a person is, even for me. Like, I came to the realization that, like, I have very, very few people in my world that truly want to have a conversation with me in the reality of what's truly transpiring around both of us. And instead, it's these little hidden innuendos, hidden agendas, hidden illusions, hidden tactics. And so I picked up on that a while ago. And so it's just one of those things where I've come to a peaceful state of understanding that in my world, in my walk, and it should be like this for everybody, truthfully, where there's just a certain area where you get into your walk where you recognize who's aligned with you and who's misaligned, no matter who they are, no matter what the kind of weight they carry, no matter what the caliber of a person is, no matter if they can take you to the next level. You know what I mean? Would you rather be surrounded by people that take you to the next level in false pretenses and want to control you and want to control your thoughts and control your opinions, control what you articulate into humanity? Or would you want to take the road less traveled and be able to be authentically yourself, unapologetically, and be on the good side of right? On the good side of right. And be the same person that you are in public as you are in closed doors. Be the same person you are in public that you are when you walk into a church. Be the same person you are in public when you get behind a screen, whether it's for podcasts, whether it's news anchors, whether it's whatever. You know, treat everybody individually the same. People need to recognize that they're in a place of power, in a place of influence, in a place of respect, because God sees something in them. God saw something in them. And as soon as God can give something to you, he can take it away. He can take it away in different ways. Why? And he doesn't, I'm going to tell you something really too on this. He doesn't like intentionally take it away. You take it away on your own. You take it away on your own because you allow your ego. Your ego creeps in. When you get into these platforms, you get into these places of influence, you sign these dotted lines, you start making these decisions, you start making these choices, you indoctrinate this way of thinking where you allow your ego to come in. And so your ego takes you down these roads, takes you down these pathways where you start making these choices, where you start becoming a part of the show. You start becoming a part of the screen. You start living life, playing cards, holding cards close to your chest, putting some of them out here, and you start playing a game when life was just never designed to be a game. It just wasn't. And I know we have very powerful people that like to play a game. They do indeed. That's clear as day. And they're scrounging out the bitch. Otherwise, they wouldn't be acting so wonky when it comes to the show. I mean, when I walk into my living room, no matter what's on TV, I have to say I am hearing a good, strong presence of just commentators when it comes to like the soccer game. And when it comes to certain things, where some of these commentators are really, like my dad watches baseball too, and some of these commentators, they're really like saying powerful messages. It's really nice to hear that aspect of it. You know, it's definitely not always on the news, but when it comes to these games and these sports and things like that, it's not always, but it's present. It's slowly creeping its way. The revolution is here in different ways, whether you believe it or not. You want to be on the right side of this. I can assure you of that. It's going to be the detriment of you. You're going to find yourself living in a world that you think is hell. You are. Nobody deserves to live in that type of agony, but you have the ability to change that based off your actions. All right, I want to finish watching.
You are living under the tyranny of other pressure. Yes, you might lose your job. Yes, you might lose your friends. But the moment that you have to now pretend to be somebody you're not in social situations, then they've won. The minute that breaks, then all of a sudden they're going to start to lose. Their power is in their ability to make us to conform. Do not conform to the ways of this world. It is a biblical teaching to not conform to the ways of this world. Yet so often, Kirk, the number one piece of feedback I get on our program here on our podcast, they tell us, Charlie, I am afraid I will lose this. And I say, that fear is a tactic used by the enemy to silence truth.
Ooh, I got chills.
That fear is understandable. But if you succumb to that fear, then all of a sudden you are playing into the greatest weapon used by the opposition. And I just want to acknowledge something. There is a cost to this. I'm not going to lie to our audience. I'm not going to lie to your audience. And I'm also not going to say,
huge cost.
Do nothing, you're a coward. I am not saying that. A lot of people have different pressures and may have different decisions to make, bills to pay, children to take care of.
That's right.
So I'm not just, I'm not doing this. I'm not saying you're a bad person. What I am saying, though, is people say, what do I do? Well, that's an action step. But brave and courageous and moral things, Kirk, rarely don't come without a cost. If you want to do something meaningful, then you have to be willing to sacrifice for that something. Brave.
You do. Golly. Oh, man. I told my girlfriend at the beach, so many different times, I have my moments with God. And I talk to him like, golly, I know why everything transpired and is transpiring with Charlie. I do see it 100%. But golly, I wish he was still here. The world deserved to have him still. I would have gladly went in his place. Gladly. You know? And so it's just one of those things. It's like a part of me feels like I have a duty, you know? Not only for Charlie, but just for the realization of why he was truly taken out. Why he was truly targeted. Why he truly had handlers. Why he was used and abused and thrown out to the wolves. While he was manipulated, provided choice A and choice B, both controlled by other people, right? I mean, he didn't even have means of his own social media, right? In different ways, I don't either. It's funny, Facebook paid me, Meta, 7 cents for my, what was it, June? 7 cents. I'm like, bro, you guys should have just kept it. You need it far more than I do. Far more than I do. It costs you more money to send me an invoice, send me an email, and send that to my bank. You should have just kept the 7 cents. I would have been okay with it. But it's just one of those things in reference to that. Like, it does come with a cost. It comes with sacrifices. But the end result means so much more because you have your morals and you have your courageousness and you have your bravery and you have everything standing and sitting right within you with all the things that it cost you, the sacrifices, you know? And it's just one of those things you have to figure out what you're willing to sacrifice, if anything. If anything, you may not. And that's okay too for you. But you can't chastise people that are